Initiating boosters in 3, 2, 1. Game on!
Hello everyone, I am SoliSolrac, and today we're going to be covering Overwatch 2 Season 15 Hero Perks. Before the video starts, I would just like to mention, if you guys like this, leave a like, subscribe, and a comment stating if you would like to see any more videos. The way this is going to be working out is I'm going to be separating the hero perks into 3 different videos, each being correlated to its role. I'm going to be starting out with tanks, later on damage, and after that support. Before I get onto the perks, I would like to mention a few keynotes of the perks. First being perks stay after death, so you don't have to worry about dying a lot. No matter what, it'll keep going. Secondly, I would like to say perks reset between rounds. After one round ends, you're gonna have to start all over in the next round, which is pretty good because if you didn't like a perk set in the first round, you could change it up for the second one. You could make yourself unpredictable to the enemy. Third thing being perks reset after swapping heroes. This encourages people to swap less. It also encourages people to not counter swap because you lose your perk progression. Or 4, I lost count. 4 being there are 3 levels to each hero, 1 being the base default level in which you spawn in, level 2 being minor perks, and level 3 being major perks. Aside from the base default level, the way I'm going to be talking about this is minor perks, I'm going to be calling them tier 1, and major perks, which I'm going to be labeling them as tier 2. Tier 1 perks, they tend to be lighter upgrades such as a small passive or a cooldown reduction. And for major perks, which I'm going to be calling tier 2, they're going to be gameplay shifting changes that redefine what your hero is capable of. And in this video, we're going to be talking about support perks. Now, starting with Ana, for her tier 1, we have Groggy. Enemies waking from sleep dart are slowed for 2 seconds. And we also have Biotic Bounce. After exploding, Biotic Grenade bounces and explodes again for 50 damage and healing. For her tier 2, we have Headhunter. Biotic Rifle can crit enemies. And we also have Shrike. Using Nano can also be cast on Ana. Baptiste, for his tier 1, we have Field Medicine. Immortality Field restores 80 health to nearby allies and 40 health to Baptiste when destroyed. You can choose that or Automated Healing. After placing Amplification Matrix, your shoulder turret fires up to 12 shots that heal allies, which restore 25 health. For his tier 2, we have Assault Burst. Regenerative Burst grant Baptiste 20% attack speed for 4 seconds, but no longer instantly heals. We also have Rocket Boots. While airborne from Exo Boots, use space to dash horizontally. Moving on to Brig, for her tier 1 we have Barrier Restoration. Shield Bash restores 100 health to barrier shields when hits enemies, and you can choose that or Morale Boost. Inspire lasts 3 seconds longer when activated by Whip Shot. For her tier 2 we have Quick Fix. Repair Pack instantly heals an additional 35 health to critical health allies, and we also have Whiplash. Whip Shot's knockback can slam enemies into walls, dealing 50 extra damage. Now with Ilari, for her tier 1 we have Rapid Construction. Healing Pylon builds 300% faster and its cooldown is reduced by 1.5 seconds. You can either choose that or Summer Solstice. Ilari's flight time during Captive Sun is increased by 3 seconds and her flight speed is increased by 20%. For her tier 2, we have Solar Power. Fully charged solar rifle hits grant 12.5% of your maximum solar energy, overfilling up to 50%. We also have Sunburn. Outburst ignites enemies, dealing an additional 70 damage over 3 seconds. Moving on to Juno, we have Familiar Vitals. Pulsar torpedoes lock onto allies 35% faster. We also have Hyper Boots. While using Glide Boost, passing through Hyper Ring pushes you forward. And for her tier 2, we have Master Blaster. Medi Blaster can crit enemies. We also have Reboots. Activating Glide Boost resets Double Jump. Moving on to Kiriko. For her first tier, we have Urgent Care. Healing Ofuda projectile speed is increased by 50% when seeking critical health allies. We also have Fortune Teller. Kunai hits launch 2 healing Fuda to an ally in front of you. And for her tier 2, we have Shuffling. Swift Step can be used again within 4 seconds of its initial cast. You can either choose that or Foxtrot, which Protection Suzu grants 40% movement speed to allies for 2 seconds. With Life Weaver, For his tier 1, we have Cleansing Grasp. Life Grip cleanses negative effects. And we have Life Cycle. While active, regenerate 10 health per second. Upon death, drop a healing seed that can heal allies for 250 health. For his tier 2, we have Life Weaving. Rejuvenating Dash adds 20 healing to your next healing blossom with 3 seconds. You can either choose that or Super Bloom. Thorns detonate 30 extra damage when enough stick within 1.5 seconds. With Lucio, we have Base Blowout. Soundwave's knockback is increased by 15%, and we also have Groovin. Regenerate 4 ammo per second while wall riding. And for Lucio's tier 2, we have Noise Violation. Crossfade range is increased by 150% while Amp It Up is active. And we also have Accelerando. Lucio's attack speed is increased by 50% while Amp It Up is active. Moving on to Mercy, for her tier 1 we have Angelic Recovery. Mercy receives 15 health per second while her Caduceus staff is attached to a full health ally. You can either choose that or Winged Reach. Guardian Angel's range is increased by 30%. For her tier 2 we have Chain Boost. Secondary fire links to a second nearby ally. We also have Flash Healing. Resurrect can be used on Caduceus staff's active target to restore 150 health. Doing so incurs a 15-second cooldown. Now with Moiro, for her tier 1 we have Vanish. Fade's duration is increased by 0.5 seconds. We also have Uprush. Fade's jump is increased by 50%. And for her tier 2 we have Ethical Nourishment. Biotic Orb's first 50 healing is instant on each ally it counters. And we also have Contamination. Enemies being damaged by Biotic Orb receive 25% reduced healing. And lastly but not least we have Zenyatta. For his tier 1 we have Zenith Kick. Snap Kick knockback distance is increased by 30%. We also have Ascendance. Activate and hold double jump to hover for up to 3 seconds. For his tier 2 we have Focus Destruction. Secondary fire charges 20% faster and can start 1 extra orb of destruction. And lastly but not least we have Duality. Zenyatta's healing orb targets for 20% of its damage dealt to orb of Discord targets. With that being said, that concludes Seasons 15 Hero Perks. First I'd like to say thank you for watching. Like I've said in the previous videos, I'm not really used to doing videos like this, but I'm more than open on continuing them. If you guys leave a like, it shows me you guys enjoyed watching it. I know my reading is terrible, but I tried my best. I just thought it'd be a good idea to share this information to people who might not be as informed, and hopefully this helps people during their matches. Leave a comment telling me what you guys liked, which one you guys would choose, which one's your favorite, which one do you dislike. Also share if you guys found this pretty informative. I'm just a regular guy who plays Overwatch for fun. I normally tend to post gameplay videos with my friends. If you guys really liked, subscribe, means a lot. But other than that, stay tuned for the next video and I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Whip shots, knockback, whip